All right, I just did a video and the dang microphone was shut off. It's just silence. All right, I don't know if you watched my video just a minute ago with silence, but there was a guy driving a lawnmower around here and it looked like Billy Brown from Discovery Channel. All right, back to the case. Is it possible the police are covering up and the FBI? It's possible. There's rumors out there that the families both worked for the government. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible that there was a new photo released of Brian Laundrie and Chris Laundrie, and Brian was dressed up in an FBI agent? It could be they could have pulled a switch. The old switcheroo. Very possible. The bottom line is nobody believes the police or the FBI in certain things anymore. Corruption, it goes deep. Is it possible? Yes, it's very possible. Is it possible that Indiana wants to talk to Brian Laundrie and his family about the Delphi case? Why? Because there was a van that was reported out there, and before the murders, there was reports of a van out there and a young couple arguing. Okay? I didn't make it up. That's what was in the video I watched. That there was a witness saying that there was a vehicle out there, a white van, with a young couple arguing and a box truck parked down the street, or a utility truck, a big white utility truck, which I did pull up the satellite photos that they were showing of that area. And yes, there was a white box truck or a utility truck out there parked on the side of the road. You know, they're saying it could have been a semi driver waiting to get loaded and took a walkway, did the killings, and then there's talk that it was somebody famous, either on TV or a YouTube channel, crime investigator or something, channel or something. Anything is possible, okay? Anything is possible, especially when you got a lot of people screaming out that this government is corrupt. And it's, yeah, you know, I don't blame these people. Is it possible that Brian Laundrie is an FBI agent now all of a sudden? Yeah, very possible. The old switcheroo, if they had connections. You know, I didn't think anything of it, but yes, the FBI agent looks like Brian. If, you know, Brian grew his hair out, I don't know if the guy's bald or not. Whatever. Is it possible? It sure is. People would be shocked of what is possible when it comes to covering up a crime case, especially if their families are involved in government. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm saying, is it possible? Yes, it is. And I want to thank Mia Maya or Maya Mia or Mama Mia for letting me know that there was no volume on my last video. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. But is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Gabby's family is from New York and was supposedly ex police or whatever. Could they be not telling us the full story, covering for one of their own? Yes, it is possible. We have caught police doing bad things, people. Police do bad things, and so do FBI agents, and so do Secret Service. Nothing against them, but if you want the facts, and nothing but the facts, facts are they have caught people that have worked for the government doing bad things. And some of the government people tried to cover it up and got caught. So, yes, it's possible. Does society and civilians trust police and government when it comes to certain things? No, they don't. And I don't blame some of these people because some of these people get cushy. And who's going to look for a serial killer if he's dressed up as a cop or a FBI agent? Nobody, you know. Could it have been something that we don't know yet? Yes, it could be something bigger than we'll ever know. We might not find out for 70 years, you know, like the Kennedy killing, you know. Anything's possible, folks. Keep that in mind. A good investigator, a good crime guy that knows what they're doing. Don't take nothing off of the table, and everybody is a suspect. And if I was running the case, even Gabby's family and Brian's family, they would be suspects. They have to be in something like this because you don't know how big it is. It could have been, you know, and I would be checking around Brian Laundrie's house and the parks and everything for any dead bodies. He could have been a serial killer. The whole family could have been a bunch of killers and then make it out to look like somebody else. Well, they were involved with the police or government, or yes, it's very possible. I wouldn't put it past nothing. Not a dang thing. So, me asking certain people that we want to talk to Brian Laundrie, if you catch him, we get him first because the Delphi cases were committed first before Gabby's disappearance or any other ones. So, and if Gabby and Brian didn't have anything to do with it, okay, we want to know where they got that van, because there was a white van that was reported in the Delphi murders right before the girls were killed, that there was a white van. Now, I don't know if that's true because I'm not looking at the police reports, but the videos that I seen stated that somebody reported a van parked out there. Could it have been someone in the white van, but not Gabby and Brian? Yes, there's a good chance it wasn't. But these murders only happened 4 years ago. How long did they have that van? And where were they on February 13th of 2017? A week before and a week after. Where was Brian Laundrie's family? Where was Gabby and Brian on February 13th, 2017? And a lot of people are saying, well, you're far stretched. No, I'm not. Not at all. Even though it might not have been Brian and Gabby arguing, it might have been somebody that had a van that matched that description and they sold it to get rid of the evidence. That's possible. That's possible. Let's take a look and see if it's possible. Well, it's just possible. All right, I got someone in my chat. Hold on. Is that a drone? A what? A drone? No. No, my drones are too big to fit in here. They're too big to fit in my apartment. No drone. That's a UFO. It's not a UFO. You see nothing here at this channel. You see nothing. There's no drones here. I do have though one of my videos, there's a dang UFO, a small one, flying around out here. Everybody's been going, my God, I seen it. It landed over there. No, you see nothing. Go home. There's nothing to see here. What's that thing next to the air conditioner? What thing? Oh, you seen my blue. It's a blue box for holding one of my. You seen nothing. Bigfoot, you did see. That was Bigfoot. Over by the air conditioner. Where? Where at, Bendejo? Here? No. No, you seen nothing, Bendejo. Is that a UFO? No. Cut it out. No UFOs. They're not real. They're not real. Now, Bigfoot, he's real. I could guarantee you that much. Could have been Bigfoot that took her. Who knows? But anyways, yes, I would be, if I was running the investigation for Indiana, I'd say we want to talk to these people. We want to talk to numerous people on YouTube. Why? Well, because there was reports, statements, not by me. I didn't even know about the case when it happened. I only been watching it for a couple years. But there was reports of a white van out there and a young couple arguing. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But the video I watched, it stated that someone made a report that there was a young couple out there camping or something. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. And you got to check up on it. Any good investigator, even though there's no plausible cause or anything, and people, it's impossible. That would have made them 17 or 18 when they did the crimes or whatever. Yeah, sure. That don't mean that these people can't kill at a young age. And a lot of these women like the bad boys. I could be a bad boy, meow, but I ain't going out killing people to try and be a bad boy. And I ain't going to go out and steal just so a woman can have a $50,000 ring on her finger or whatever. These people took it to a whole new, you know what? I'll stay poor. I refuse to go out and do stuff like that. And it pisses a lot of people off. So is it possible they might be there might be a cover up right in front of our face? It might be. Am I saying that's what's happening? No. But I'm saying it is possible. Plausible, possible, especially if these people had any connections with the government. You know what the government would be saying? Good God Almighty. Are you kidding me? Nope. Another one. Another one of the red, white, and blues or whatever are involved in something. So what would they do? Well, they would try and cover it up the best as they could. So the full story didn't get out. Here's what I was thinking. There's been reports and people saying they've seen Gabby on social media and dating sites. Is it possible? Is it just possible? Sure it is. How else would they support their? It makes sense. These women that get a lot of hits on these dating sites, I think they get paid. I think people pay them. That's what the 1999 is or whatever, to talk to them, to chat. Is it possible? It's very possible. Am I saying that's what happened? No, but is it possible? Yes, it's very possible. And I think someone stumbled onto it that was bigger law enforcement than these people that were running their scam or whatever. And these big boys came in and said, yeah, we'll stomp the shit out of the FBI. They even get an inkling of trying to fire upon us or attack us or whatever. Some of the big boys might have came in, black ops and stuff, and said, no, we're hip to their shit. And is it possible? Sure, it's possible. There's one thing you don't mess with. That's Mother Green and the ass kicking machine. They're there for the citizens. That's our army. When shit goes bad and we got a bunch of idiots within our sector, our citizens, well, these guys come in and they say, yeah, we're here for the people, not some idiot police officer or FBI that got busted sleeping with young girls or running a pimp ring. So is it possible? Yes, it is. In Bendejo, my drones ain't big enough to fit inside my apartment. So you seen nothing here. You seen nothing. Go on. Here's a corned beef sandwich. Get out of here, as Dave Levine would say. Switch what? Switch from the camera to the gun. What are you talking about? That ain't a real gun. I wouldn't leave a real gun laying around Bendejo. I'm a law-abiding citizen. If I have a weapon, I keep it locked up close. Much like the Scarface movie. You got the stuff. I got the stuff. You got the money? Well, I got the money. Well, where is it? It's close. Well, where's the stuff? It's close. Yeah. No, I'm not that dumb to. You were paraphrasing Full Metal Jacket. This right here, Bendejo, is that what you're talking about? This right here, this is none. It's just a son of a son of a my arm, son. It slipped. It triggers. Prop gun. Why? Because I ain't stupid like the rest of these people on YouTube using real weapons for videos. Don't ever use real weapons for videos. Use a prop gun. We lost too many people in stupid prop gun accidents. Brandon Lee, great actor. Kung Fu guy. Bruce Lee's son. Shot accidentally because they were using a real gun with blanks. The cop that was real when he was there. We don't know if that was a real cop. From what some guys are telling me, they could have been just dressed up in a uniform. You could buy a uniform right off of the internet. Badge, everything you need. You could buy police cars. So we don't know if that was a real cop. Was there a cop that came here? Yes. Somebody watched my video, got upset, called the police, supposedly. Whether they did or not, I don't know. I'm thinking it was just some guy actor. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Send the police. I'll let them in this time with a warrant. Next, the first time I let them in without a warrant because I wanted to prove to them that there was nothing here, that I'm a YouTuber and I play music and skits. And now I've been working on YouTube cases of missing girls. And as soon as I told them the cases I was working on, oh, all right. You got any jets in here? No, there ain't no Warthog jets in here. No, there's no C-RAM missile defense system in here. He was asking me, no, you think I got a Apache helicopter in this small one-bedroom apartment? Come on. A lot of cops. There's 3 police forces in this town. And the military school is right down the road, about 5 minutes away, which the military pulled out, and I'm thinking about making home base for my YouTube crime channel. No crap. I think we got state that drives around out here. We got city of LaGrange, and then we got county. 3 police stations in this small little town. Why? Well, because there's a lot of problems there. There's a lot of good people here, a lot of beautiful country, a lot of lakes, but there's also being so close to the highway. You know, people like to get off the highway, cause trouble, then they jump back on the highway and they're gone. So, yeah, he was a real cop, had a gun and everything. Came in. He asked if he can come in and check the place out. Sure, go ahead. I'll help you. Let's tear this place apart. I was like, let me turn my camera on and get this on film. But next time they come back, they'll need a warrant. And I guarantee once they find out that there ain't nothing here, that I'm not what these people said I was, oh, you can bet they'll be apologizing. I'll be like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new town of LaGrange, Johnny Kramer, Indiana, and my new police force. Johnny Kramer's, we serve the citizens, law abiding, and we don't lock up people that shoot people trying to break into their homes. And it's going to be huge. We're going to have a cookout. It's going to be huge. Is all this crime stuff just an elaborate skit, Johnny? No, it ain't. No, this crime stuff is real. I throw in little bits of humor to break it up, because if you don't, next thing you know, you're on top of a water tower taking people out. Because these YouTube cases will drive you nuts if you watch as many YouTube murder cases and abduction as I do. I watch everything on them 3 cases. You know, Petito case, Wells, and the Delphi cases. And I think they're all similar in some way. No, the crime stuff is real, Bendejo. Absolutely real. No, it's 100% real, Bendejo. Uh, we'll solve the case. A lot of people won't like who's involved in it all, but hey, facts are facts. Uh, you know, and the forensic evidence and all the DNA and everything will go ahead and solve the cases itself. Gabby's body will tell us what happened to her. If we find Summer Wells, her body will explain. If we find her fast enough before we can't find her, alive or dead, Summer Wells will explain to us what happened to her. Same as the crime scene photos in the Delphi case. They will explain to us what happened, what the killer did. Was it staged, or was it some sicko? Any other questions? People and kids, and some of you YouTubers, do not use real weapons to do YouTube videos. We've lost a lot of good actors. Brendan Lee was not the only one that was accidentally shot using a real weapon as a prop gun. All they did was put blanks in it. And it happened to be some of the blanks were live rounds. It probably got mixed up in the factory. Very possible. Very possible. It's very possible someone put live rounds in it. That's very possible. Anything is possible. But bottom line is Brendan Lee is not the only one that has passed with people using real things as props in a movie. That's why I always tell the younger generation, don't use real weapons in your videos. Something could go wrong, and the next thing you know, your life is over with because you accidentally shot somebody. So, any other questions? Anybody? Anyone? Bendejo, do you need to see the prop gun again? People probably calling right now. I seen it. It was a real weapon. It's not a real weapon. It's a prop gun. I'm not that dumb to leave a live weapon around, just laying around. I'm not that dumb. You I always keep everything in a lockbox with a key, close, just in case you got to get to it. There's no law against that, people. You got to have a criminal background to be, you got to be convicted of felonies or violent crimes in order not to get or a terrorist or something, or a gang member, not to own a weapon. A law-abiding citizen, well, I got nobody that could say I can't have no weapons. I just respect the rules of where I live. Where I live, it says no firearms on the property. Not You can't have no firearms on in the apartment. So I abide by the laws. Always have since I've been living here. And it's a great place, beautiful scenery. You know, I was doing good until people found out I was alive. He's alive. They said he's been dead for 20. I know what they say. I needed some time to be with myself. I've never done anything wrong. There ain't nobody. The only ones that are looking for me are people that want to get close to me so they can take photos with me. It's the real Johnny Kramer. It's not a fake. No, I'm the real one. The real deal. Although my name is really John. But everyone that knows me calls me Johnny, little Johnny. You know, my dad was a little guy too. They called him Johnny, but his real name was John. I don't know. People just nicknames or whatever. Any other questions? Any other questions? Do you need to see the prop gun? Prop. Ah, Christ! Now I feel like a buddy of mine, Dwight Bailey. Dwight, is that a Gibson Songbird acoustic? Sure is. Son of a! I just put a hole in it, Johnny. Put the gun down, Dwight. All right, all right. Son of a! That one was in my foot. Beautiful Songbird acoustic guitar. He pulls it out of the case, and we're all looking at it on YouTube. Man, that's beautiful. And somebody pointed out, Dwight, is that a bullet hole in the guitar? And Dwight said, yeah, it is. I had an accident one night with my car. Or somebody had an accident at his house and put a bullet hole right through the Gibson Songbird acoustic guitar. Beautiful acoustic guitar. So to answer your questions, Bendejo, no, it's not fake. My YouTube crime stuff is not a skit, although I do break it up a little bit and throw funny stuff in there because it's if you watch a year round videos of nothing but crime cases, next thing you know, you become one of these idiots, and I don't want to become one of these idiots. So I break it up with comedy. At least I think it's comedy. A lot of people say you're an idiot. All right, I'm an idiot, but I'm trying to do something other than, uh, you know, not be helpful within our community and society and citizens. So, you know, that's about it. That's about it. You know, when I do a crime thing, it's really me thinking and giving scenarios out because there's a lot of people that have been given a lot of scenarios about these crime cases and people just shut them down. Oh, impossible. You're wrong. You're a nut job. You don't know what you're talking about. And in reality, a good investigator sits back and looks and says, huh, you know what? That might not have happened, but it is possible that someone could pull something off like that. It is possible. It does kind of make sense. It is plausible, meaning, yes, something like that could be pulled off. You know, anything is possible in a murder case. Believe me, there's been a lot of people that went back and looked at cases and said, and they recorrected them and said, no, we were wrong. This guy was definitely a serial killer or whatever. They still never pinpointed who actually was the Zodiac killer. Now, they had theories of who the Zodiac killer was, but they never charged anybody. Why? Because they couldn't prove that it was them. They had scenarios, but actually, in real life, the Zodiac killer was never caught. All right, folks, I got a couple things to do. No, I'm not the Zodiac killer. Good God. The Zodiac killer was 6 foot something, 200 something pounds back in 1969 or 70 something when them killings happened. The Zodiac killer, it might have been before I was even born. No, I'm not the Zodiac killer. Are you kidding me? No. The Zodiac killer was a big guy, from what the reports say, and he walked around with a black hood on his head. But the first killings that he did, he didn't use a black pillowcase over his head or whatever it was. He did the killings without any mask on or anything. And that's how some of the descriptions of him got out. But in reality, they never caught the guy. No, the Zodiac killer killed women too, I think. And I can't do that to a vagina. I'm sorry. When you're raised on vagina your whole life, you become friends with it. I just couldn't do that to a vagina. Word got out that you're hurting vaginas. You'll never get vagina again in your whole life. Yeah. So you got to be careful with all this stuff. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of women that want to do one thing, ruin someone's credibility or their life by screaming rape or some bull crap story, which we've caught a lot of these girls. You know, they caught a young 17-year-old kid somewhere around here in America, threw him in prison. They said he raped 16 girls or 10 girls or something like that in school. The girls put it all over social media, within the schools, whatever. The kid got picked up, put in prison, uh, got his ass whooped or whatever. After they went ahead and investigated the case, the police came out and said, we think the girls were actually lying. And then the story came out that one of the girls had a crush on the guy. The guy didn't want to date the girl. And her and her friends created a big story. And the dude got locked up in prison. And now the police are saying, we think they lied. All right, pick them all up, charge them with whatever. False crimes and whatever. False crime reports or whatever. So is it possible these women come up with stories just for one thing, money, or to wreck someone's life? Yes. Believe it or not, there's that old saying, there's no hell like a woman scorned or a transcendite or whatever they call it. Just joking, ladies or gentlemen, or you might be both. I don't know. No, the Zodiac Killer was never caught, and the Zodiac Killer was 6'2", I believe they said, 6 foot, anywhere from 5'11" to 6'2" or something like that, 6 foot, big, heavy set dude. I'm just a little dude. I'm a little leprechaun. I'm only 5'7", maybe 5'8" on my good days. 165, 180 pounds, somewhere around there. Hi, for one, I love the vagina. I could never hurt it. I'll love it, but I'll never hurt it. Hi. And there goes one of my viewers. All right. Upset another viewer. All right, folks, that's just my opinion. Is it possible that there could be a cover up? It's possible. Am I saying that's what happened? No. But whenever you have police involved or suspects that come up, police or government, usually somehow, some way, they turn it around. So is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Very possible. And I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying, is it plausible or possible? Yes. Is it possible Chris Laundrie was actually talking to Brian Laundrie and that FBI agent, and they were laughing, going, we fooled them all? It's possible. It's possible. You know, plausible? I don't know. But is it possible? Yes, very possible. So no, my crime videos are not a joke. They're serious. They're videos that I watch, and then I make my assumption. And most of these videos, there's no wrong scenario. Now, I probably would double check if someone came up and said, check this out. We believe it was the Wizard of Oz flying monkeys. All right, show me the proof. Let me analyze the photo to make sure it wasn't photo opt or CGI. And if everything checks out, well, God dang it, it was the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. They've been out of work for a long time. Anything's possible. That's just me, that's just me thinking. But are my crime videos real? Yes. They're my opinions on things and my assumptions. And to put reality into these people's minds, because some of these people's minds that are working on these cases are so closed, and they focus on one thing, and they don't want to hear nothing else. And you can't tell them. You can tap them on the shoulder. Hey, the guy is standing right behind you. And they'd be like, I get out of here, impossible. It, and they, in order to be a good investigator, you got to open your mind to every scenario, every theory, all evidence, everything. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you have to have an open mind. Anything is possible in a crime case or murder. And I have a disability. And I know that I've watched enough forensic stuff and police stuff that I'm done with it. Good God Almighty. It's been a year and a half, 2 years. We've been on COVID. Don't go outside. You can get the COVID, the Corona. Stay inside. Oh, sure. So what did I do for a year? I watched YouTube. Oh, and a bunch of cases and a bunch of beautiful women on YouTube, travelers, off-grid ladies, vanning ladies, incredible women, uh, just incredible women. I watched a lot of crime stuff, and that's the first thing. A true investigator will never take anything off of the table until the case is solved, and that's it. That's the truth. Anything is possible. You know, a rabbit squirrel attacked him. All right, show me the squirrel marks. Show me the squirrel that attacked him. And if it was a crazy meth squirrel, all whacked out on meth, well, by golly, it was that giant meth squirrel over there, all whacked out on meth. It got into a lab, ate a bunch of meth. Look at it. It's gone nuts. Go catch it. Anything is evidence in a crime case. Some of these people make jokes. This one idiot said if a squirrel was eaten on the body, that they want to catch the squirrel or whatever. What an idiot. Don't know. No, because that squirrel could have ate something, did something, and took evidence back up into its little, a piece of cloth, a piece of something, evidence back to its little squirrel nest to keep warm. I mean, really, you want to get technical. You want to be a great investigator. Chop that tree down and get that squirrel that's in the tree. And there'd be agents out there going, are you kidding me? No, cut the tree down and you surround this tree. When we cut it down, any squirrel that comes out, you catch it. And then tear the tree apart and look for the nest and see if there's any evidence in the nest. I mean, you want to get really technical on these cases. Yeah, that's what you do. It was a bird. Well, find that bird. It flew away. You get a plane. You look for that bird. That's just my opinion. So, is it possible they're covering up? There's a lot of people saying, well, we don't know if this is true. We don't know. The parents worked supposedly with police or whatever before all this. Or the parent, Brian Laundries, was a secretary for a DA or some kind of government. Oh, well, sure. Then, yeah, they wouldn't want that to get out. And would they cover it up? Well, they would try their best, I bet, to keep it on the down low. Anything's possible, ladies and gentlemen. Even me finding a beautiful woman to spend winter with and snuggle up with and play hide and go seek with. No, just joking. It's jokes. It's to break up the monotony of all these women, some beautiful, incredible women coming up missing or being used or abused. I don't know what happened to the generation. Man, if we would have done something like what these kids with these younger generations do today with treating a woman like that, having sex, beating her or chaining her up or something, good God almighty, we would have got killed. I don't know what happened to this generation. It ain't good. I don't know. I don't know. All right, you folks have a good day. I'm getting ready to do a Johnny's outdoor video here again for this afternoon. The sun is out, plus some dark clouds are moving in at JK 101 FM, Sirius Radio, Sirius YouTube talk all the time, where we love the ladies. Ladies, you can be yourselves on this channel. Meow. Brrr. Brrr. uh, no, Johnny's outdoor wave. No, not for the winter. The winter, we usually get good winter storms out here. I want to get the wind blowing, the wind and the snow and the. Last night I woke up early this morning and it was thundering and lightning out. And I went back to bed. I could have swore I heard thunder. I woke up and I was like, maybe I was at a AC/DC concert in my dream or something. And then all of a sudden, boom, thunder. And I was like, nope, I'm awake. And that was real thunder that woke me up. And I woke up probably about 10 o'clock and the sun was out. And I opened up the door and my patio was all wet. So it must have been raining and it wasn't a dream. So I'm going to shut down this video and I'm going to go with Johnny's Great Outdoors because I got some dark clouds coming in and the sun and everything and the birds and it's peaceful. And the real Griff, if you're watching this, you ever see this channel, take a look at some of my Johnny's Great Outdoors videos. You might be able to get some inspiration to do a painting. I see you're a painter. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with painting. I used to be a drawer when I was in high school. In grammar school, I had to take art and certain classes you had to take music and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes for the Johnny's Great Outdoors with clouds, birds, and wind. And locusts. I think the locusts are out. I don't know. But I got some big clouds moving in, so I want to get them on camera. To some people, it's idiotic. What is this channel about? Is this clickbait? No, I talk about crimes. I talk about beautiful, incredible women. And I talk about family and play guitar and music and do all kinds of things. What I don't do is kill, and I don't abuse women. That's one thing I don't do. I wasn't raised that way. So you guys be safe out there. Be good. And be good to your wives and your girlfriends. You guys are lucky. It's been 8 years since I've been with a real woman. A real woman. A sexy, real, intelligent woman. So some of you guys think you're lucky stars that you get to wake up and go to bed with a beautiful woman. So I want to start my Johnny Kramer's vaginas across the world. All contributions and everything will go towards battered women and men that don't have beautiful women to go to bed and wake up with in the morning. Yeah, proceeds will go towards men. I feel for you, brother. I feel for you. You ain't got a beautiful woman to go to bed with, wake up. It smells like elbows and assholes around here. Here's some money. No, thank you very much, Johnny. We all could use a beautiful woman with a real body, not one of these alien fake bodies. I don't know. You guys have a safe day. Be safe. I'll be back.